You hear about 2025 being the end of the old earth and the beginning of a new era, and that's a little scary. So if you want a little more insight in how to be in this transformation process in a way that feels safe and grounded and not scared, that's what we're going to talk about today. My name's Sonia Choquette. I'm an intuitive channel and guide and teacher and have been for a long time. And this channel is devoted to raising our vibration, activating our inner senses, strengthening our intuition and our manifestation powers, really elevating our consciousness, connecting with our guides. See all this good stuff? So if you're new to my channel, I'm so glad you're here. And if you like it, please hit the like button. And if you want to stay with us for a while, hit the subscribe button, because today we're going to talk about the specific signs that you are ascending and things you need to do or be aware of or implement so that you don't get left behind, okay? Or stuck in the morass that's going on right now. First thing you might want to notice, am I even ascending? Is there a party happening and I'm not invited? Okay, no, everybody's going along for the ride, but step one, you start to self-reflect. This is not something a lot of people do, believe it or not. And if you really do, we're not saying examine yourself to the dust mites, become self-aware. And the first thing you want to become self-aware of is, how often do you go through a day holding your breath? Just waiting for the next assault, attack, the next whatever. That holding of your breath takes your power away, takes you into fight or flight, completely shuts down your ability to be observant and perceptive in a neutral and accurate way. So step one is you want to practice paying attention to your breathing. You can do this a couple of times a day. If you have a smartphone, and most people do, just put on a reminder every hour that it just vibrates or just get your attention. And in that hour, for 3 to 5 breaths, breathe in to the count of 5, hold for 2, and then exhale like this. Pull your belly to your spine to the count of 7, hold for 2, and do 3, 4, 5 rounds of that. But don't close your eyes necessarily. If you're really overstimulated, go right ahead and do that. But otherwise, pay attention. See if you can be present while you're breathing. Notice different things around you. Breathing in. And if you do that every hour for the next 3 weeks, you're going to actually have taken your power back just through your breath. The next thing, and this is a big one to notice in terms of how do I stay in a higher vibration and in my ascended, expansive mind, open heart, high vibration, loving fifth dimension. When you're with somebody, notice their impact on you. Are they someone that gives you energy? Your heart will open. Notice that. You're available. Notice how you end up like this. But also notice, they give you energy. Are you the energy vampire? Downloading, complaining, dumping, take care of me, because they're not experiencing you in a positive way. They're going to be like the Wicked Witch of Wizard of Oz, like melting, and you don't want to suck the life force out of someone. So pay attention and think of this as a shamanic term, Aine, A-I-N-E. I think it's Peruvian. It means today for you, tomorrow for me. One for you, one for me. So be mindful that if you're with someone who gives you good energy, give it back. Don't just keep taking it. Give it back. Give them something good, something wonderful. Ask how they are. How's their life? You look beautiful. What's going on? I hope everything's okay. Because if you're in a depleted state, you're very third dimension trashed, and a big, beautiful, bright energy comes along, it makes sense that you get a glom on. But that's not going to be good for them. Oh my God, this reminds me of this time. As just confessions here, I've never been a fan of swimming. I have never loved the cold water. Quite honestly, I think I probably went out in Atlantis or something in a past life, and it was a unpleasant cold water experience. Oh my God, the Titanic is not my favorite movie. Anyway, I was in Kauai. I was with a group of friends and group of people I was doing a workshop with. Of course, they were my friends, but I decided I am going to overcome my fear of water. This is silly. So I go with my friend into the ocean. He is a water baby. He lives off the coast of California. He loves the water. Mr., I've got this. So we're both bobbing around just to our waists in water. And all of a sudden, a big wave came and flipped me out. And I just climbed onto him and just grabbed onto him for life. But I was pulling him under. He was like, get off. He was like beating me off. I was like, wait, whoa. I can't help you. You're going to drown me. And it was such a moment. The wave went out, and actually the water was back to my waist. And it was really about my reaction and about how quickly, when I'm scared, I'll just grab onto anybody and drag them under. It's a very important lesson for me. Same thing with energy. If someone has good energy, don't feel like you're just entitled to climb on and pull them under your drowning experience. That's true self-awareness. Not just what's going on with you, but also how you are affecting others. That is such a blind spot. It was certainly mine that day. And we all have that blind spot from time to time. We aren't taught to be aware of how our energy affects others. But as you ascend to the fourth and fifth dimension, you're aware of all of this acutely. So start practicing now. One, we're going to practice your breathing, because if you hold your breath, you are going to not only drain yourself, but you're an energy drain for others. If you're in fight and flight and flight and freeze and no breath, and you're like that, me in the ocean, like, help. Breathe. You know what helps better? Breathe and smile. Because when you smile, and you can try this with me right now, very truthful, practical way to open the heart chakra. Kind of take that inhale in, like you're going to just like, and your heart opens. The curtains just open. And then you drop in. So that's a technique to get instantly out of third dimension drama. By the way, that is how you can tell you're in the third dimension. Drama. There's no drama in the fifth dimension. There might be a lot of processing in the fourth dimension because your higher mind is meeting your lower mind and trying to educate you out of the third dimension. So there might be some processing. Let's talk about this. But if you want to go to the fifth dimension, you just want to breathe, release, and smile. Another thing you'll notice when you're as you're moving to the fifth dimension, and I want you to pay attention to, the need for enough. To know when you've reached full. And that says, I'm full of people, I'm full of noise, I'm full of scrolling, I'm full of input, I'm full of the news, I'm full of stimulation, I'm full of food, I'm full. When you're in the third dimension, you're numb. You don't know when you're full. You just keep going. I know that when I'm into a third dimension frequency, I might continue to watch a funny show, even though my body is saying, stop. My brain is saying, stop. My spirit is saying, please stop. And I keep watching it. So pay attention to your full-on stop. Stop. Stop talking. Stop being right. Stop breathing. Stop scrolling. Stop eating. Stop conversations that are going nowhere. This is a huge, huge, huge tool for ascending to a higher frequency. Just stop. Stop and breathe. Be quiet. That's the other side of that. Come home. Come back to self. Regroup. Breathe. And stop making other people wrong. That is a big one. Stop theming, which means they are the bad guys and they are ruining the planet and they are low vibration and they are this. Because my teacher taught me very clearly when I was first learning, he said, one thing I want you to learn immediately is there's no them. There's just us. Whatever is happening in us, it is in you that is making the interpretation. So I had an interesting conversation with a beautiful and beloved client of mine, and you might be watching this. She was taking a course, an animal communications course, and she said, I flunked animal communications because we were shown a picture of an animal and everybody had an experience of this, an interpretation of the animal, and I had a totally different one. So, if you're having a different interpretation, don't make yourself wrong. Group consensus might just be that we're all in the third dimension and we're all agreeing. It's a drama. If you're picking up a separate experience, that's a sign that you are going to a higher frequency. And especially when everybody can collectively say this is a drag and it's a trouble, and you get to say, well, actually, I'm experiencing can be peaceful. That's a sign that you don't want to have a group connection, group agreement for your affirmation. But more importantly, when we talked a little further, every person in that group had a very different interpretation of what was going on. Now, the majority of the group shared that they all agreed on the same tone, which was bummer experience for the animal. And she wasn't experiencing and sharing the tone. They still had unique experiences. So my point in all of this is there's no collective agreement going on. There's a lot of campaigning going on, and everybody should agree with me that the world's this way or that way. And you start separating people and having a one-on-one conversation, everybody's in their own universe for real. So be in your universe, peaceful. Be aware. Know when to stop. Know when to stop the inner conversation. Know when to learn something new. What am I doing? Where am I making an all wrong assumption? All wrong. Just all wrong. But so sure I'm right. We can all do it. It's a blind spot, and it's righteousness that really isolates you. That I need to feel all right to be safe is going to really put you in a 3D bubble. And it's going to isolate you. So even if you're not having collisions, you will be isolated and you will be lonely because you're disconnected in your righteousness. That's a real trap when we start raising our consciousness. We have to watch so we don't assume because I'm empathic, I am sensitive, I tend to be a little bit intuitive, that my interpretation is correct. Maybe it's all wrong. So try to pause. And before you start saying what's going on out here, ask yourself, what's going on with me? What's going on with me? Now, I do know, and this is a big, big, big invitation for all of us, but especially those who are inclined to be more empathic and intuitive and sensitive, that getting triggered right now, you might be feeling like you are the popcorn in a popcorn bag in the microwave. Like pop, 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 getting so triggered. I know I have been. And I'm thinking, okay, I had a conversation with my guides the other day and I said, okay, I'm trying really hard. I am meditating. I am really doing my best to stay grounded and centered. Why is everybody in this world getting on my every last nerve? And what I realized is that a lot of what's coming up that's causing so much triggering is maybe a whole lifetime or lifetimes, maybe big lifetimes of saying yes when I meant no, agreeing to something just to keep the peace, or just to jump in before I really checked in. So that's another one. Don't jump in before you check in. Or being hyper intuitive and being really frustrated that other people weren't and taking it personally. There's a lot of reasons why I'm getting triggered, but every one of them is to say, relax and take better care of yourself. You've been taking care of a lot of other people for a long time at your own expense, and then now you're just mad about it. And then you think, well, where's that ascension? But we don't heal what we don't reveal. So there's a big reveal going on for a lot of people, that if you're all of a sudden having everything exploded onto the plate right before your eyes, don't be alarmed. Be curious. So what I realized, because I had one triggered week, I was just very reactive all week. There were many times when I should have stopped and I didn't. And I rationalized it going just a little more because I can get really invested in projects that I want to complete. Didn't get away with it. Really pissed me off. My spirit was not happy. 2, I was too checked out of my body, not drinking enough water. So stop being in your head and get back to your body and drink some more water. We need it. We need to be hydrated, to be grounded. It's like a battery without water, just gets all torqued up. But the other thing that I realized that we really need to keep moving to the higher dimensions, and there's so much. I'll have to do this in several videos on this. I wasn't having enough fun. I was having a lot of grow and be serious and breathe and meditate and be conscious and be looking at my triggers. But what I was lacking, which is really important and essential, beam me up, Scotty, to the 5th dimension, necessary, have some fun. Have some fun. It's important to recognize for yourself that you need a balance between fun by yourself, where nobody's around, you can just enjoy your own company, and fun with other people. Find that balance of the two. That's really important because fun keeps your heart open, keeps energy flowing. My teacher said when you laugh, that's God singing through your bones. That is an energetic purge. So we don't have to go into some big self-examining, endless effort to walk on water. That is not what we need to do. But what we do need to do are some practical things and a little bit of honest self-reflection. Breathe. Pause. Those should be your 3. Breathe, pause, laugh. Breathe. Pause. Stop. Enough. Know when you're full. Know when you're full. And don't let your ego deny it. If you're full, just say, I'm full. Even if I was sitting last night watching one of my favorite little funny old shows. And in the middle of the show, which my ego was thoroughly enjoying, my spirit said, please go to bed. You're full. And I said it out loud. Okay, you're right. And I did shut it down. And then we got into bed and I thought, I'm so glad I did that. I'm so glad that I didn't go, la, 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 I'm not hearing you. I heard. You're full. Enough. So breathe. Know when you're full. Pause. Reflect. Notice if someone has given you energy, give it back. Don't just take. And if someone's taking your energy, especially what I've noticed is people take your energy tend to not even be people that matter that much. But if they are, just say, here's the response. Take yourself away. Gotta go. Excuse me. I gotta go. Excuse me. I can't. I just remembered I need a drink of water. Excuse me. Oh my God, I just remembered I need a breath of fresh air. Or just excuse me, gotta go. These little tweaks help you at this level. What we really need to do, and it seems so obvious, is just become aware of your energy, how you're using it, how it's flowing, how others' energy is affecting you, how you are affecting others. Are you drowning in too much stimulation? Do you need to stop? Are you completely collapsing in lack of breath? You're just suffocating with no oxygen. You need to breathe. Are you just so serious that you just are having no fun? You need to laugh. Believe me, don't underestimate these tools. These are the things that the spiritual masters of this dimension and others do all the time. They breathe. There's no urgency. They don't push. They pause. They breathe. They open. They laugh. They smile. So that's our message for this week. We really need to keep it super simple. If you get too complicated, let's be real. Your ego's going to go, never mind. I'm not going to do this. It's too much work. So let's keep it simple. We need to keep moving our vibration up. And if we don't have these basic levels of awareness, our vibration's going to stay really trapped. in Dragsville. So that's my message today. We are really expanding, and these simple choices create a huge expansion. And the big payoff is I feel good, really good, no matter what's happening around me. Thanks for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, again, I invite you, please consider subscribing, and a big, grateful, deep, heartfelt appreciation to all of those who have been following me and are subscribers. Thank you so much. It is one of the biggest motivations of my life, is to come and be with you and share with you and receive from you the wonderful feedback. So do leave your comments. Let us know how these tools, let me know how these tools work. Breathe, stop, full, take away, give to, laugh. It makes a difference. All my love. See you next week.